Sup friends, it's the Necro Witch, and today I'm going to be doing a tarot card reading with the Thoth deck by Aleister Crowley. This is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. It's just literally the thing that guides me through life, and I want to just share my knowledge with you and guidance now that I'm doing tarot readings professionally. So I want to give you an example of a reading that I'm actually doing for myself. So the question I'm asking myself is, how do I better close past doors that are just no longer serving me? I have a very, even though people that just kind of look at me think that I have a super hardcore appearance, but I'm seriously so sweet and so fucking sensitive. I'm just like typical artist, but extreme sensitive with it. So I fall in love really fast, and part of that is I can be able to just kind of push that bridge away and stop talking to the person. But my problem is that once I fall for someone, I tend to dwell on that connection. Like exes and old best friends, different types of relationships. I will think about them all the time. People I haven't talked to in years. It's just like, okay, I need to just take the time to meditate and do a ritual and do a reading, do a cleansing, and spend like days and hours just letting it all out, because rather than thinking about it for years, I just need to go through that grieving and transition process. Anyways, I'm doing a 3-card spread, so I'm gonna show you what I came up with. Usually when I do 3-card spreads for myself, it's kind of like a past, present, and future. For me, tarot reading isn't about telling the future, rather it's guiding you through the universes. So it's or one or I, whoever. It's a story and a spiritual exploration. So you are in control of your future, but these cards, these pictures will give the interpreter the guidance and creative knowledge needed to either enlighten themselves or the querent. So let's see what we got. I'm gonna flip these over. Ooh. Okay. So for the past card, we got the Fortune. Take a good look at that as I explain it. So with this card, it's a chaotic chance. So there's that wheel spinning and you're taking that chance. But there's the different figures on here that have different significances. There's the tricky little monkey guy who's, you can kind of tell by the characteristic I just gave of him right there. We have the Sphinx, where it's that battle of, human characteristics and animal characteristics and having that balance. That's what he's on the top. That's why he's kind of pulling it down. He's trying to trick. Then we have the Typhoon, which is a character I really relate to because I have so many spirit animals, but I love snakes and crocodiles. Like, a crocodile came to me in a very important meditation, and so it just has a lot of meaning to me. And he is about that chaotic transformation as well. He's just pulling it down on the bottom. Now, it's also with the lightning bolts very quick and fast and just to me, in my personal situation and this particular reading, has to deal with physical balance, with that lust. And, you know, yes, there's that taking that chance, but it's just figuring out what is the right decision to make and keep, and dealing with all that with the wheel. So that totally makes sense to me with what I've had to deal with, especially with a certain type of love situation in particular that I'm doing this reading on. Now we have, for the present card, the Hermit. This card I tend to get a lot in my readings. It's something I deal with myself. I'm very much the hermit type. I'll go through my phases, which I have been. I haven't really been out at all this month in December because I got very ill the first 2 days, to the point where I couldn't even get out of bed. Like, I was trying to tell my friends and people, like, I'm sick. They're like, okay, well, text me when you feel better. Like, hope you feel better. It's like, no, like, I need help. Like, can you help me get food? Like, I genuinely need help. Like, I was really that sick. I've never been so sick in my life. And so it was just with the job that I do with streaming, it's very difficult if you don't work the first few days in the month, because with the ranking you get behind. But anyways, that's a whole thing. So I just had to be like, hey, you know what? This month I'm just gonna, I told my friends that we're trying to make plans. Sorry, I have to get better and get situated, because I knew I had to work 10 times harder than I normally would because I missed those first 2 days. So it's really hard to explain unless you really understand the system that I work with, but that's how that is. So anyways, with this card, we have the hand and the lamp with the light. Now, that light that's radiating within the sun, which I'm a sun sign. Sun, brings so much energy to our surrounding and close-knit universe. And with that, you know, we wouldn't be in existence. It's literally one of the most powerful forms of energy that we have. And now there's darkness around it, so there's that abyss. So it's showing that light and what you need to go towards to get out of the darkness, which is kind of the current situation I'm going for. There's light. I have to work hard to do what I need to do and really get out of that abyss darkness and reflect on myself. Now, with that reflection, I'm literally went through such a reflective phase, especially just with kind of like my love situation that I was talking about, you know, falling for someone, getting out of that, and now I have a bigger creative urge than I've ever had. I'm able to do YouTube videos, things I've been talking about for a year. So it's kind of good to go through those grievances and different changes in life, because, you know, that's where you get your inspiration from heartbreak, you know, sadness, and to go towards the light, you need some sort of darkness. So it's not all bad, and it's a creative reflection. And with the snake, there's just the wisdom, and yes, so that I can definitely relate to my current situation. Now, for the future, which is very interesting, because I've been doing meditations almost every day, where I pick a card and I do a 20-minute meditation. And like a week or so ago, I had this card, and when I did my meditation, I'm like, wow, Queen of Swords is literally like my hero. She is just like so epic in every way. She is so swift. She's the watery air sign, so kind of like a vapor mist kind of thing. So it's just like precise, discreet, just all powerful, fearless. She is just exalted up into the sky, her beauty. Now, all of that said, you don't want to mess with her. So her beauty at her shadow side is, you mess with her, you mess with her heart, you know. You don't want to see that. So that's something, an empowering card to look forward to in my future, where it's gonna have more of that fearless state. Now with all these cards relating, it's, you know, the past is taking those chances and the balance and the chaos, and then now reflecting and coming out of the darkness more than ever, needing that challenge to push myself and become stronger and more creative and more powerful than ever. And then with the future, looking up to, hey, my goal is to not have that shadow side shown, but just to be swift, fearless, on point. And I also wanted to throw in a stone with my reading, because when I do a reading, I usually pick a stone, and the last stone that I got was actually black tourmaline, which is super cool. The more that I learn about it, I got it because I was going through a time of negativity and I just needed protection. Not like, oh, I need protection, someone's gonna attack me, or, you know, something bad like that, but more of like, it just if you're down, it literally absorbs the negativity. It's a self-cleansing stone, so you don't even need to put it in the sun or the moonlight. It literally is receptive, so it takes in the negativity and reflects on that. And it's an overall awesome stone to have around because it really grounds you. It's an earth stone, so if you feel kind of unbalanced or you're trying to get over things from the past, this is perfect to just ground you and kind of just absorb that negativity. I would still maybe put it out in the moon, like during the full moon, to kind of cleanse it a little bit more, but what's cool is that it absorbs it, almost like has it disappear. And you know, it's great for protection and reflection on that negativity disappearing, which can be related, you know, with the Hermit, and then with the Queen of Swords. And in the future, you know that you have this stone to vibe with, and you don't need to worry about all that chaos. Like, you're just swift and knowing exactly what you need to do. Now, I do want to mention that I do readings. If you're ever interested in getting one that's personal to yourself, you can always email me. I'm going to be putting my email in the description. So I'm really excited because I've been reading tarot. I like just calling it tarot. I've been reading tarot for a few years now for myself and sometimes for friends, and now I want to do it professionally and full-time, and I'm definitely confident with that, so I want to share that with you. I definitely like going to readers sometimes when I really need to, so I thought I would throw that guidance for those seeking, you know, a different view and standpoint in their current situation or future situations or even past situations on how to deal with things. Because to me, this reading was kind of almost more of like a past thing, trying to let go, because the past part was kind of dragging me down, but I was able to get that guidance and pull through with it, which is really awesome. So I hope you like, comment, and subscribe on this video and my channel. And with the comment part, let me know of what your favorite tarot deck is, because mine is the Thoth deck, obviously. I resonate with it more than any other deck, even though it is the only deck that I own. There are a couple other ones that I have. There are actually 2 other ones that I have my eye on, just because it's cool to get different perspectives, especially with the art, with the pictures. So they all have that kind of core meaning, but that's kind of how I learned, is by looking at other decks and different pictures, because then it just gives you a different way to think about the art. And there's a lot of really fun decks out there. So I will talk to you next time, and I hope you have a blessed day.